Welcome back to DownBest.com. I'm Todd Furman, joined by Kenny White. A little role reversal for you as we'll play host and try and give you some useful information here, talking Monday Night Football, where the Philadelphia Eagles travel down to New Orleans. The Saints, 3-point favorites with a total at 51.5. A game we anticipated between two teams fighting for home field advantage in the NFC. What's now become an elimination game. Kenny, I think you have some information about the Saints' defense that's cause for concern here.
No doubt about it, Todd. And you're right. This game should have been a game that was set up to play for home field advantage for both of these teams expecting to make the playoffs. The Saints defense, 32nd in the NFL right now. That's dead last, 6.9 yards per play. They allow 5 yards per carry, 8.7 yards per pass. That is the one biggest reason this team cannot win. Number 30 in the NFL, allowing 30.9 points a game. And it's not going to get any better.
You talk about these two teams, and you look at what the Saints have done. We know they can move the ball through the air. I have some concerns about their ground game, averaging less than 80 yards a game. Puts a ton of pressure on Drew Brees. But when you talk about some of the coaching adjustments that need to be made, clearly the Saints didn't make them, losing Sean Payton. But now it's the Eagles who are in the crosshairs. Andy Reid, a ton of pressure. Talked about benching Michael Vick this week, maybe get the rookie Nick Foles involved. They had a players-only team meeting. How do the Eagles go about adjusting to life, getting Vick comfortable in the pocket, and allowing him to excel?
Todd, Michael Vick has not been the problem for this Philadelphia Eagles football team. 6 touchdowns to 2 interceptions in the last 4 games. The problem is the offensive line. They can't get it done on the ground, just as the Saints can't. LeSean McCoy, under 60 yards rushing the last 3 games, and under 50, 2 of the last 3. They need to run the football better, as well as the Saints. But Michael Vick definitely has not been the problem the last 4 weeks.
You look at what the Eagles have done, and I know Juan Castillo drew a lot of the blame for the way the defense performed. Lo and behold, he's let go, and they have their worst defensive performance of the season against Atlanta, giving up 30 points. The mystique a little bit coming in on the game was Andy Reid, 13-0 straight up off the bye. Clearly the Eagles weren't prepared for that contest. What do they do to try and regroup? They still have a lot of the season ahead. The schedule gets a lot softer, but going down to the Dome, beating the Saints is no easy task.
No, you know the Saints are going to put points up on the board, but I think the key to the game is the Philadelphia offense will finally be able to generate some confidence, because I think they're going to be able to move the ball at will against this Saint defense, just as everyone has this year. Putting up 30 against, giving up 30 against the Falcons, I don't think that's a big disgrace. This Atlanta offense has been clicking on all cylinders all year long. Saints will get their points, but I think Philadelphia is going to have a much easier job getting theirs.
This number actually opened at 4. We've seen some Eagles money come flooding in. It's hard to lay more than a field goal when you're talking about a team that Kenny alluded to that struggles defensively, not going to get consistent stops. A Monday night primetime affair sitting on a key number. Where does this number close? Do we see a 3.5 get back if the public gets into it?
I don't think so. I think you're going to see 3s will be the closing number on this game.
I agree with Kenny on this spot. You look, I think it's the Eagles, a chance to regroup. I know the Saints, despite a 12-2 against the spread record at home their last 14 games, a much different addition. I think you see the Eagles get back in the win column. For Kenny White, I'm Todd Furman from DownBest.com. Good luck on your Monday night selection.